Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be using these plastic cutting boards from the Dollar Tree to make some really cute outdoor signs for your garden or front yard, wherever you'd like to put them. For the first project, you'll need a plastic cutting board and one of the wooden cutting boards. I'm using some whitewash. I'm using some Valspar paint in pink and white. And I'm also using these, some of them are the rub-on decals from Dollar Tree and others are like the vinyl stick-on decals. I'm also using clear glaze to put a protective coat at the end so that these can go outside. So I ended up using 3 coats of that pink Valspar paint. It's just one of those samples that you can get at Lowe's. I think it's $3.98 for that, but it actually goes a long way. I'm painting the top where the handle is, and then I'm just painting the sides because you won't be able to see the center of this. And then coming back in with some E6000 and hot glue, I am framing the outside. The wooden cutting board pretty much covers the whole center of this. I needed the E6000, of course, for security. I'm using the hot glue so it'll hold it while the E6000 dries. Especially with this being outside, you're going to want to use something super glue E6000 because hot glue won't withstand heat outside. So I made this whitewash using acrylic paint, white, and that praying awful paint you can get from the Dollar Tree. I gotta stop saying that, but it's so translucent. But it's perfect for a whitewash. And I'm giving the wooden cutting board a really good whitewashing. I'm not rubbing this off this time because I wanted it to have a nice white coat. We are doing an area in our landscape on the side of our house for our daughter in heaven, and that whole area is just going to be beautiful flowers, and I wanted to make these signs out there for her too, which is why I'm using the pink paint. Pink was her favorite color, and I thought this would be so cute. I'm using I love you to the moon and back, which was our saying, and I just think this would be so special to add to her little area in our landscaping. So you can do this any color you want. You could paint that cutting board any color, gray. You could do maybe a chalk paint white just to give it that chalky finish. Like I said, you just style this any way you want. Most of my videos, I'm just suggestions of how to do it. You guys leave such great comments of how to tweak it, how to make it different, and I love that. Keep those comments coming because you guys are so inspirational and you give me different ideas and different ways of thinking outside the box of how to do projects differently. So like I said, my videos are suggestions. Take it and run with it. Make it your own. Do it the way that you want to do it for the style of your home. So I'm going around the edges with the pink just to add a little pink onto the wood cutting board also to tie it in together with the pink on the plastic cutting board. I'm coming back in now with all the different wall decals I showed you at the beginning. Dollar Tree has so many different ones. These bigger ones are kind of like their vinyl wall words where you just peel them off and put them on. They do have a little plastic edging around them, which I wish they didn't, but it still worked for this project. So I'm using those. I'm also using some of their rub and stick decals, which it almost looks like Cricut lettering or Silhouette Cameo lettering. You just cut out the letters and put it on and rub it with your finger and it transfers onto your project. And those, I'm so glad Dollar Tree has these now. They were a little temperamental in this project. Some of them didn't want to rub on totally, but that's okay. I made it work. I also am doing these all my letters on this project are going to be crooked. They're not going to be straight. I didn't even want to go there with trying to make these straight. So I am like kitty cornering them and just making these just fun and not perfectly symmetrical, not perfectly straight, because that made my life so much easier. If you want to make yours straight, go for it. Use a ruler, get those letters nice and straight. I guess today I just didn't have the patience for that. But like I said, I just show you ideas and you take it and run with it the way you would want your project to turn out. I am using different styles and shapes. Some are black, some are calligraphy. I just thought that added to the sign, and all of them came from Dollar Tree. I want to apologize for the lighting. In the first part of this video, I was up in my craft room. I had a window of time that I could do this project to show you, and unfortunately that window was early morning where the sun there's no way to position this on my table where that sun isn't being a little pesky, glaring, and driving me crazy. I ended up moving everything downstairs to the second part of this video and did it in my kitchen where I didn't have lighting issues. So I apologize. It's not the best lighting, but you guys can still see it and get that gist of what I'm doing here. Right now I'm just cutting out the letters I want for this sign and I'm putting them on it, not peeling the back off of it. I'm just trying to get eyeball how I want it to look, where I want the words to be on the sign. So I'm just peeling them, not peeling them off. I'm cutting them out and positioning them on the sign where I want it. Now the bigger letters I couldn't do that with because those are the vinyl. They actually can be moved. They'll come back off where the rub and stick won't. Once you do it, once you put it on there, they're good. They're not going anywhere. The calligraphy lettering package had this beautiful flower, which I thought would look so pretty at the top of this where the handle is on the plastic cutting board. So I ended up adding a flower to the top. And I just thought that was just so beautiful, so pretty, delicate, and it tied in with the lettering that I was putting on the cutting board. If your Dollar Tree has these rub and stick letters, just make sure that when you put it down, you really are rubbing hard. It's not like the Cricut where it'll all come off together. Sometimes, and I had this problem here, just parts of it will rub down and the other parts don't. And you have to kind of position it back and fix it. So I had some nautical rope and I'm just making a handle with it. I'm going to tie a knot, add a little hot glue in the center of the knot to secure it together, and add a little hot glue around the hole of the cutting board to hot glue the knot down to the cutting board. And there it is. It's so cute. I absolutely love this little cutting board. I'm showing you it inside my house because her area is not done yet. And I want to show you guys when it is all finished. So that'll be in an upcoming video where I show you guys what we did and how we decorated her little area in our landscaping. But for right now, I'm showing you it hanging on my kitchen wall. And on to project number 2, using a plastic cutting board, that whitewash that I used in the prior video, some coasters, which are so adorable from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using teal this time in that Valspar paint, and some of the Dollar Tree's E6000 and some of their longer pallet wood. My Dollar Tree has the pallet wood right now. They have a whole wood section, which is amazing. I know some people have said their Dollar Trees don't have it yet. Hopefully it's coming soon because they have so many cute wooden little pallets and trays and words. It's just, they're really stepping up their game. So this time, just like in the project before, I'm painting the handle all around the edges, except this time I'm using the teal instead of the pink. And I did 3 coats. Then I'm using the back of my palettes, and I'm going to give those palettes a nice whitewash. I'm using the back because the coasters fit perfectly in between them. And I thought that would be so cute because the coasters would kind of have a like wooden frame around them. And since they fit perfectly, I thought, why not try this and see if it'll work? So just give your wood a nice whitewash. If you don't want a whitewash, paint it any color you want. I wanted the wood to show through. That's why I chose to whitewash it. Here's the coasters I chose. Do All Things with Love. And they're ceramic and they have like a roughness to them. And they're so cute. And I didn't even tell you what that second coaster said. Hopefully you could read it. I'm going blank as usual. But using the Dollar Tree version of E6000, I've never used it before, so hopefully it works. I'm hoping it works. Maybe not as good as the E6000, but as good as like super glue. I'm outlining the plastic cutting board. I'm also going to come back in with hot glue because like I said in the earlier project, E6000 and super glue takes a little bit longer to dry. The hot glue will keep this in place so it doesn't move. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue on the back of these in the slats. Or, not like in between the slats, on the slats. Here I go. So I'm putting lines on all 4 slats, and then I'm going to put this using the line of the top of the cutting board is where I'm starting. And I'm going to put this evenly with that line. Flip it over and secure it to your plastic cutting board. And then do the same thing with the second palette. Now you are going to see the bottom of the cutting board where on the first project the wooden cutting board covered that, and that's another reason why we paint the all around the edges and the bottom. So this is not a big deal. You can see the paint and it matches the top, so I thought it was still super cute even though these didn't fully cover as well as the first one did. It still turned out really cute. I love the wood effect. I love how it's going to frame those adorable coasters, and they fit perfectly in between here. So I didn't know if I wanted them to be at the top and the bottom or maybe down in the center. I opted to go for top and bottom. So using that same Dollar Tree adhesive glue and some hot glue, I put one coaster at the top of the pallets, one coaster at the bottom of the pallets. You can see a little bit of wood in between, but I didn't mind that. I thought that's just blended in with the rest of the framing of the pallets, how they frame these coasters so well. So cute. I'm so glad these fit in there because this is so unique and different. And you know, guys, I'm all about unique and different. Using some more of those rub-on transfers, the calligraphy page you can get has flowers and hearts, and it's so pretty. So I grabbed a heart and a couple of flowers to put on the top of this one by the handle. And you just cut them out and use your finger to rub them on, and then peel the top plastic off, and hopefully it all stays. This time it didn't. It did take a little bit of the paint off, but I just came back in and touched that paint around the heart up, so no problem. Then I thought it needed just a little color on the palette, so I took that teal and I just went on the sides. I didn't paint any other part of the palette, just the sides, and kind of did a light dry brushing so that that teal would pop out. Using some more nautical rope, I made a hanger the same way I did the first one. Make sure your project's totally dry. Mine wasn't. There was a little bit of paint in that hole, so when I put the nautical rope through, it did transfer a little teal paint onto the rope. So just make sure yours is totally dry. Again, I tied a knot and then put a little hot glue to secure it, and put a little hot glue around the hole of the top of the cutting board and glued the knot down to it. And there's the teal one. They're both so different but so special. I love the sayings on the coasters, and you guys know I love the saying on the other one that says love you to the moon and back. After I was done, I spray painted these with that clear coat so that they can endure the weather. Hopefully, I hope that works. If you guys know of a different kind of clear coat I could use for being outside, please let me know in the comments below. But these are going in my daughter's special part of our landscaping, and I can't wait until it's finished and I can show you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing to my channel, hit that like button, and ring that bell for future notifications. Have a blessed and wonderful day, y'all. I love you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.